And I said, can you move your heads because I'm going to get it on the ceiling? And one of them said, you're never going to get it on the ceiling from there. Bloody well did. She said, how am I going to get that off the ceiling before my old man comes home?
Good evening, everybody. I know you are raring to get chatting. Look at all these numbers that we've got on here. One. But no, hello everybody. I'm glad to be here. This is my last stream before I go off on my holidays. Hopefully Mickey's going to be better for the next week. I'm sure he will be. But in the meantime, yes, I'm going to have a little bit of fun here with you guys tonight on a Friday. Monday we'll be travelling actually to Scotland and then in Scotland. And I've got a meal booked and I can't remember. And we need to pick up some supplies. There's self-catering, so we need to pick up some supplies. So there you go. Blackpool is Sunday. See, this is what I was saying. This is what I was trying to work out was I would really love to video the journey. Now, I know there's going to be loads of boring stuff in it, but there'll also be bits that might be interesting. Like, you see things on the way and you go, oh, look, oh, it's gone already. Where have I, I'll have to go and get the thing that I bought. I've taken it in the other room. Why did I do that? But I bought a windscreen mount for my phone, and so I'm going to video the record. No, I'm not videoing the journey. So basically, it costs money for SD cards, and so I was thinking if I can stream either live on YouTube or live on Twitch, and then save that video, then when I come home, I'll dump it onto my computer. So use it as a kind of free storage. Now YouTube wouldn't let me do that because I haven't got enough stuff up to have permissions. So I did a couple of very quick test streams on Twitch, and oh my god, I can stream from my phone on Twitch on my channel, not this one, but my channel Rainbow Beach. So and it saved it, and so what I've done is I've set it to private so that I can do my edits and things like this. But your idea is an interesting one, but it means that I'm going to have to try to do an update and send it to you. So how do we do this?
My microphone, do you know what? My microphone is off. Thank you, Goon Live. My microphone was off. I keep forgetting to switch my microphone. I don't believe I've done that. I keep forgetting to switch my microphone on. So, unfortunately, Goon Live, you missed my very best joke because my microphone was off. I told the world's greatest joke, but because you were kind enough to tell me that my microphone was off, I will tell the joke again now that my microphone is on. So here we go. See, I'm glad you heard that. I'm glad you heard that. You didn't miss the world's greatest joke. My news. Do you want to hear my news?
Yes, go on.
My pubes have gone.
But that's the bit you didn't want to go yet. You didn't care about it, but you wanted the face to go.
I wanted my facial hair to go first, so my chemotherapy is working, right?
Yeah.
But it's my pubes that have gone. I just happened to look in the mirror today when I was in the shower. I got out of the shower and I looked in the mirror and I thought, fuck me, where have they gone? Because I've been noticing I've been noticing one or two stray hairs on my boxers when I've taken them off. So when I was in the shower and I got the sponge and I was washing down it, when I lifted the sponge off, I noticed a few on there as well. So they're definitely just coming away. And I thought, oh, okay, I've lost my pubes. So so that's one sign that the chemo's working.
I was going to say that's a milestone, isn't it?
It is a milestone. He's a
'Cause
milestone.
it means it's one of those kind of like ticky box things that they told you this is going to happen, and that's what happened.
Yep.
So you had like the aching body and aching balls. Although they didn't tell you that there was going to be a gallbladder incident in the middle of it, so that was completely unscheduled. Now you've lost your pubes, so this is all sort of going inverted commas nicely. You know what I mean by that, as in it's as they told you it would be. So
I'm still sore from the surgery. I don't know if you can see that or not. Can you? Look.
oh yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm still sore from the surgery. So whenever I cough, it hurts. So
So I've managed to work out how to stream and save and turn off the video on demand thing so that it's unpublished, but I get the copy of it at my back end, so to speak. And then I've got 7 days because of being a new I'm not affiliate and everything, so I've got 7 days to get home and quickly download everything off of Twitch before Twitch deletes it. So that is my plan.
so no daily report then.
I don't know. That's what we were saying about when Mickey appeared and said that I was echoing. So how would I do a daily report? That's where I got as far as.
Just record on your phone. Move your phone about. Show us where you are. Just give us a couple of minutes. Couple of minutes speech, and then upload it in the group, and I'll put it on the.
Yeah, no. I can do that. I'll do that as I can. Yeah, I can do like a little upload.
Or if you put Skype on your phone, I can call you in from where you are.
Mickey's saying I don't want to be on stream snotting and coughing. You manage it the
All
other
right, I'm on stream dribbling and farting.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to do Skype on my phone because my phone just has such shit memory. It really does. I had to put a memory card in there so that I can have more than about sort of 20 photos and do some recording. So, and that's why I was trying to save on SD space and things. My phone's just too old. So yeah, I could do a little. I need to try to find out how much. I think it's less than 25 megs, isn't it, or something that Messenger takes. So I can upload it into the group and without having the problem of you've got 1 megabyte over your allowance. We can't take this. So yeah, I'll do what I can, and then you can pop it up and have a laugh at it.
If I'd have thought about this earlier, I could have sent you. I've got a couple of spare action cams. I could have sent you one of my action cams. I mean, they'll store gigabytes.
Yeah, what I've got is what I've done is I've got some literally there's one of the new packets here. I bought a double 64, so it's 128 gigs altogether, and then I panicked and ordered another 128, but just like a one of them. And then Andy's got a couple of SD cards. So between us, I worked it out. Between us, we've got about something like 30 hours of recording.
All right, well, like Nikki says, use WhatsApp to transfer files. Let me just check something.
Yeah, no, see that's a good point. But again, hey match, evening match. Yeah, no, I know I suppose it's bandwidth or not bandwidth, server space and things like that. No, I can't use WhatsApp because it means the WhatsApp program will take more memory on my phone. So I could use WhatsApp, which is free, but it takes more memory on my phone, which means I get less storage space. I'd have to knock Messenger off and all stuff like that. So I did think about that, but yeah, if I'm only doing a couple of minutes of look at this ridiculousness, then that should be all right. I do have Messenger on my phone, so that's cool. So yeah, so we've got a sort of basic itinerary for the week, but we're going to see what the weather's like because obviously there's certain things that you don't want to be going to a place that would be better if it wasn't raining, if when it is raining. So
You're going to Scotland, it's going to rain.
oh, I know it's going to rain. Don't mind it raining, but if it's raining on one day, but then another day it's only raining, then we'll do the thing that will be better when it's only raining rather than raining. And I like it when we went last year and it rained a lot, but it just meant we had loads of rainbows. There was multiple rainbows across locks at some points, and it was just like I've seen double rainbows before, but I've never seen lots of little individual rainbows, and it was just like I've never seen this before. This is amazing. So no, WhatsApp doesn't use up the data. I didn't mean the data. I meant the storage space on your phone for the actual program, for the actual app. I call it a program. I'm old school. For the actual app of WhatsApp, you have to have storage space on your phone. Doesn't use up data. That's absolutely fine. That's not the worry, to be honest. But WhatsApp uses data. WhatsApp uses storage space that I can't afford to use up. It'll just complain that I need to get rid of something else, and it's like, oh, I've got literally nothing on my phone as it is. So, but yeah, you popping pills again? I missed what he was doing. Match, what was he doing? I was talking. I missed what he was doing. It sounded like he was eating Smarties.
I've just had a cup of soup.
Yeah,
Chicken noodle cup of soup.
Lovely.
I was just scraping the noodles out of the bottom because I'm trying. When I was in the hospital, I'm losing my voice. I'm sorry. I don't know why.
Not lubricated enough. Not enough beer.
Yeah. Well, that's something else I've been told to give up. Been told to give up drinking. Because they saw some adverse liver function tests. They've advised that I give up alcohol. So I mean, that's what hospitals do, though, isn't it? They tell you to stop smoking and to stop drinking. So I've done that, and I saw the nutritionist at the hospital, and she suggested that I try this 9-15 method to lose weight. This 9-15 method of eating, which is you eat during only 9 hours of the day, which is between 8 o'clock in the morning and 5 o'clock at night. So you have a breakfast at 8 o'clock, you have a lunch at about 1 o'clock, and you have your evening meal at 5 o'clock, and then you fast until the next morning. Yeah. So she suggested that I do that, which I'm trying. The only trouble is about 10 o'clock, I start getting hunger pangs. So I figure that I'm not really breaking the fast if I have a cup of soup, because it's only 50 calories and it's got no fat in it, so it's not a proper meal.
Problem is, though, it's flavour. It's flavour, and your taste buds know that you're eating something, so it wakes up your insulin, wakes up your pancreas, and stuff like that. What you can do is move everything a little bit further on. So instead of having breakfast at what I did, so I missed what you said about the time
8 o'clock.
Of breakfast. Yeah, so instead of having breakfast at 8, have it at 10.
Yeah, then my evening meal at 7. I know, but I'll be long hungry before then. Good evening, Matchy Hughes 62. Excuse me, I've really got no idea what is wrong with my voice at all. For my sins, one of my hobbies is that I make scale models, and I completed a scale model that I actually started this model back in March this year, but I became very ill because of my cancer, and so I was interrupted in building this model, and I finally finished it last week, and I did actually I've recorded video the full model build, but because it's been over 6-7 months, all the camera setups are different and the scene setups are different, so I've got all this footage that I've had to put together to do the build to put on my YouTube channel. So I've just started to do that today, and I've actually got the film, I've got the video, I've got everything together. I've put everything together, all the scenes are together, I've done all the editing, and I'm now going over, I'm doing the voiceovers, because I put myself on screen and I do voiceovers. So I've done about 5 of those today, and I think that might well be what's caused my voice to go, because I'm using it a lot more than I normally would. The model that I finished building is the Revel 1/76 scale M24 Chaffee, and that's the video that I'm making. Let's see what Mickey's bitching about something. Mickey always bitches about something. Apparently I'm a wanker, and he's gone and bought that. Oh, he's gone and bought London Tower Bridge. Well done, Mickey. Well done, Mickey. So hopefully, no, that's a good little model. Hang on, that is a good little model. I know that's a good little model because look what I've got, Mickey.
Yay!
I've got London Tower Bridge. I think it's probably the same one. My one's gold, but I think it's probably the same one. I don't know. Let's have a look at that listing. If it's a Peace Corps one, it's the same one. Right. Model silver golden. Yeah, it's the same one. You've got the same one as me. You'll need some pliers to make it. So a little pair of long nose pliers. I've got the, and you'll also need glue. I don't care what anybody says, Mickey. You'll need glue because you will fuck it up. I fuck them up all the time. And the only way to put it right is with glue. Especially with the bending of the tab, because it can't be helped. You'll bend the tab one way and it should have been bent the other way, and you try to bend it back again and it will snap. Or you might accidentally just knock things off because it's very intricate. So I'd recommend glue. Super glue is okay, but you've got to be careful with it because super glue, Gorilla Glue is okay. You've got to be careful with it because it leaves marks and it leaves fingerprints, and it's instant and you can't correct it. What I recommend is, if you do find yourself needing glue, Mickey, is I recommend you use ultraviolet curing resin. All right, there's a little tip for you. Ultraviolet curing resin. It cures completely clear, and before it cures, it's got enough grab that it will hold the piece in place. And then you hit it with an ultraviolet light. I've got an ultraviolet torch. I've got it here, I think. Here's my ultraviolet torch. Yep, there's my ultraviolet torch. Got an ultraviolet torch. Just hit it with ultraviolet light. There we go. And it cures clear. And it cures in about a minute. So that's what you want. You just literally bring the torch up to it, and it cures it clear. Yeah. So there's my.
I've got one of those. I've got one of those.
No heat, Mickey. No, it's an ultraviolet torch. No heat at all. See, no heat at all. It just.
Yeah, it's just UV. Yeah.
Straightforward UV torch. Apparently, they're good for detecting scorpions.
They're also good for detecting where your cat has peed, which is why I bought one, because he had bladder issues, and I thought I'm sure I can smell cat wee, so I bought one of those and went around like looking in the places that he might be. He hadn't, but it was just me being, so that's why I've got one.
I'm just checking to see if I pissed myself. Hang on.
Yeah, it'll see. That's the thing. It'll detect urine.
It's detected. I've got no pubes down there, so it looks really strange when I look down there.
Especially if you're shining a UV torch on it.
Yeah. Yeah, but no heat, Mickey. No heat at all. So UV torch and UV resin. That's what I use anyway. That's my little tip for you. That's a USB rechargeable torch. That's my little tip for you. But the model I'm building is to answer your question, Matthew. It's the Revel M24 Chaffee. I think I can. The thing is, scorpions, right, Matthew? They're not native to the UK. All right. Why the fuck do they advertise it as able to capture it? I've never seen a scorpion in this country. Never. Apparently, dried sperm shows up quite well under UV light as well.
Yeah, There you go.
So check your wank socks.
I was actually going to say I won't name any particular budget hotels, seeing as I'm going to be staying in a couple over this next week. But certain budget hotels, people have gone around with the UV light and found that sperm is even up the curtain. I mean, sorry, I mean, I said this to my sister. How the fuck did you get it? Do you get it up the curtain?
I can get it. I could get it up a curtain from a lane. Yeah, I could. Yeah.
She said, well, think about it. It's just kind of like but it's just, especially when you see how far away like the bed area is from the curtain.
If I'm excited, I could spurt a good maybe 5 meters. Yeah.
Well, no, exactly. It was just my astonishment at the time when it was just like, how the fuck? I mean, okay, I know there are guys who actually do wipe it on the curtain, but aside from that, the actual splatter, how the fuck did it get up there?
Do you realise her husband's sitting in the other room thinking 5 meters? Oh my fucking god! I wish he'd shut up.
But it was like it was just my kind of like, I couldn't work it out, and there's my sister going, think about it, and I'm like, what? She goes, it goes everywhere. I'm right, okay. What's he doing? He's covering me up with a tank.
I'm showing what's his face what I did. So just carry on.
Well, for a second there, I had a tank as a head. So
of course you do. Doesn't everybody?
Oh dear. It's not that you fire it up there as a quick. Well, that's what I mean, Match. I can sort of, when I say understand, I mean, I'm not condoning it, but I can sort of understand the wipey ones, but it's the splatter ones. It's the squirt and splatter. And Mickey says, fuck, fuck me, I'd be lucky to reach my belly button.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's way easier to clean up, though. You know, it contains it very nicely, and you just have a quick polish around with a cloth.
I've always been able to fire at a respectable distance. That's not a problem. That's not a problem, which is really handy because I can get it past the tonsils every time. When they say I'm not going to swallow, I think, yeah, no problem. I should just blast it past your tonsils, and you won't get a chance anyway. So yeah, I've always had a good bit. I've always had a big good of. I've always produced a lot and been able to squirt it. I could probably get it the width of this room, if I wanted to. I'm not going to try it, but I'm not going to try it because I end up busting my stitches. I could probably get it the width of this room. So there we go. Right. So yes, I can understand how it gets on curtains.
Busting your stitches and getting us banned from Twitch.
I remember once when I was with two ladies, right, and they were they were doing some manual stuff on me, and I said, "Can you move your heads because I'm going to get it on the ceiling?" And one of them said, "You're never going to get it on the ceiling from there." Bloody well did. She said, "How am I going to get that off the ceiling before my old man comes home?"
You said, "That's not my problem."
Yeah, we got it down. She got a mop.
You went off like one of those firework fountains.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So yeah, that's never been a problem. That's never been a problem. So there you go, Max. Look, that's the tank. Let me make it a bit bigger for a minute so you can see it. There you go.
Simultaneous conversations, model tanks, and
yeah, well, I'm changing the conversation, aren't I? Look, I'm changing the conversation. So that's the 176 tank that I've finished, Match, and I've been making a video of the build, and I've been doing the narration to the build. So I don't know how far it fires. I've got no idea how far the tank fires because it was the reason I bought it is because I've been out of
Sorry, Mickey says as far as the gut.
Yeah, Skeeter, that's the name of the tank. I've been building a lot of metal models lately, and I'm a bit out of practice with the plastic model kits. So I thought that's only a small kit. I build that before I built any big ones. So I've just finished that, and I've been doing the video. At the moment, I'm actually in the middle of building Iron Man, a metal kit, which I'm going to finish. I've got 2 kits on the go, and I don't like having 2 kits on the go. I've got a plastic one that Mickey purchased for me, which I had to stop because I went into hospital, so I couldn't do that. When I was in hospital, to stop myself from being bored, I got one of my metal kits, which in this case was a metal model of Iron Man, and I've been building that in hospital. Marvel Iron Man, I've been building that in hospital. So I came and did that when I got home. So I'm going to finish my Iron Man before I carry on with Mickey's, because I've got it all out at the moment. So I'll finish it in the next couple of days, and then I'll finish Mickey's one off, and then I'll start building a big motorcycle. I've got a Yamaha Virago I want to build, so I'll start doing that. That's quite a big one. That's a 1/12 scale. So that's quite big. But yeah, it's a Marvel Iron Man. I'll let Tracey entertain you for a moment. I think I can find you some clips of it. So let Tracey entertain you for a moment.
Oh, well, I mean, oh, thank you, Mickey. I'm not packed, but I've got everything in one place. And that reminded me that I wanted to go and get the thing. Oh, no, it's here. Here, I thought I'd taken it to the other room. Right, this is my gadget for my windscreen. This is the phone holder, and it's very versatile. You can have it that way, and you can have it that way, or you can have it sideways. And then that bit is adjustable, and you've got a nut there to tighten it up.
Oh, nut there as well.
What? Yeah. And then this bit is telescopic, so that's good with a nut to tighten it. And then you've got a ball joint there to wiggle it about. It's all technical terms, you see. And I love this bit. This is how you get your phone in. Press that button and that opens really smoothly. And then you press it to close it around the phone. And that bit there stops the phone sliding too far over if you're recording outwards. I really loved it. I got the recommendation from Jason, and I looked it up. So he gave me the link, and it was less than £8, and I was like, "That is what I'm looking for. Thank you." And when it turned up, I'm like, "Oh my god, lovely! This is exactly what I was looking for." So I'm really, really happy with that, and you'll see that in my holiday videos when I'm filming without it being in that. Otherwise you won't see it, obviously. But yeah, that was a bargain. Less than £8. Bicycle phone, car phone holder. There we go. So I shall be using. It's a nice little gadget. Yeah, it is match. That's what I'm saying. The one that I was looking at was about £9, and it literally was just like the thing and the mount and a hinge, and that was it. And I thought, oh, I could get that, but it's going to be you're going to be able to see if I'm recording outwards.
I thought you said it only went as far as your belly button, Mickey.
Huh?
Tracey has no idea what we're talking about because she completely missed it, but I saw it.
He says all packed up. England 1-2-1.
Yeah, Mickey knows what I'm talking about, Tracey. You missed it.
What did I miss?
Watch it on the replay.
I will. I will.
Mickey just gave you a facial.
Oh! Thank you,
Yeah.
Mickey. I do like.
Do you see that reaction? Did you see that reaction? That's what she does when she gets a facial.
Oh! I do like being splattered.
Yeah. You got splattered with man butter then. There you go. Whoever asked about the model Iron Man, it's you can watch it being built. There you go. Look, to keep your interest, you can watch it being built on the side there because I did video it, so you can watch me build it if you really. Obviously, these are the unedited ones, so you won't get the unedited ones. So there's no narration. It's literally just the raw footage of me building it. All the times that I piss off for a cup of coffee and things like that. But you can see how I pull it all together and assemble it. And Mickey, if you'll notice the tools that I've got there, I use the ones with the red handle. They're nippers. They're very expensive actually. They cost me 40 quid. They're Japanese steel nippers to separate the parts from the sprue. You will definitely need some nippers. Maybe not. You don't have to get the expensive ones. You can get quite cheap ones for about 7 quid. Nail cuticle scissors are the best ones for the cheap ones. The nail cuticle scissors make good nippers. I've got some of those as well, and they are quite cheap. The other thing that I've got there is a set of bent nose pliers. Or is it straight nose? Can't tell.
Mickey, sorry. What caught my eye on the news was they were doing something about Delia Smith. Can you see why she's in the news? Because I've just quickly Googled and it doesn't say that she's died. So
no, Google.
I just Googled and I can't see why. But Mickey's better at it than me.
All right, yeah, Wiki Mickey, you can find out. The other thing that I've got there, Mickey, is do you see that bar that's down by Iron Man's feet? That's a bending bar. You use it to actually bend the metal, to form the metal around the bar. And it tapers to one end. And on the tapered end, it's got a slot cut in it, which is absolutely perfect for putting on the tabs and twisting them when you can't reach it with the pliers. So if you also look to your left of the pliers, you'll see a little plate thing there. What that plate thing there is, that's a bender, and you use that to form the different shapes as you bend the metal. But you'll see it as I go along. And you don't need all of these tools. Oh, there's my other pliers. So you don't need all of these tools. You can build it without the tools. But if you've got nippers for PC building, then you'll need those to get the metal off of the sprue. So you're halfway there. You'll also notice that I've got a head magnifier as well, but that's because I'm fucking blind as a bat, and a big magnifier as well because I was blind as a bat. But this is just my sort of thing. So I was playing Def Leppard Jam with my mate who isn't very tool smart. Someone was in the crowd holding up some bolt cutters for us to grab. My mate goes, "Giss them pliers." I was in tears laughing. Yeah, I would be. Look, a bolt cutter near my model and I'd be crying. Tracy, I'm just going to go and get a cup of coffee, so I'll leave it with you for a minute, if that's all right, is it?
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, so Mickey, if you can find out, yeah, I know. I think it's one of those dyslexia things where words slip in, when you think you've read something else. But yeah, Mickey, if you can find out why they're talking about Delia Smith on news. Nothing on Delia. Yeah, it was on ITV News, and her face came up like they were shut. It was like they were doing something about a piece about her, but might have been to do with the football or something. So the one that the dash mount that I was looking at originally, or windscreen mount that I was looking at originally, like I said, it just had the hinge on it, so you could just sort of move it up and down. But this has got all the bits and pieces. It's got that slightly telescopic bit. You can move it up and down. It's got an elbow. So not only can you move it up and down, it's got an elbow as well. And then it's got that ball joint. And then it's got the way that it's mounted is that it keeps the camera bit right away from the rest of the mount. So really good. So Mickey and Match talking about gaming, getting into doing the gaming, which is I sound like an old granny sitting there going, doing your gaming, because I just don't do gaming at all. It's I find it difficult to watch and participate just because especially the first person ones, I get motion sick, especially if I'm watching it, and I'm not into sort of shooting people up and things. So I like the MYST series, which is what do they call them? It's I can't remember what they call those now. Like the it's not adventure. It's yeah. Oh, I see. Right. Yeah. So you would be looking at it. Yeah. Yeah. I can't do it. I can't do it. It makes me feel really dizzy. It's a bit like sometimes I try and watch a live stream when, like, if there's something's happening up London, like a demonstration or something like that, and someone's live streaming from it and they're doing like their reporting, but they're not actually like a mainstream reporter, and they're cycling around on a bike and they're looking around and all this kind of stuff. And after about 5 minutes, my head is spinning and I feel like I have to go and lay down because it just brings something on. So welcome back, Steve. Got your coffee?
Tea. I don't
Sorry,
drink coffee this time of night.
Oh, I thought you said coffee.
I don't drink tea this time. Look, I'm photographing it as I go along as well for Facebook. Look, terrible, isn't I?
What a pro!
Because I've got a modelling page, and I give updates on Instagram as I'm going along. So it's just me photographing. But I've got a modern phone, Tracey. I haven't got these problems with memory cards. This thing's got a terabyte in it. So
yeah, no. See, I know I do need to upgrade, but it's one of those things that I need to look at it. That looks like a nice big phone actually, because my phone screen is small. I mean, it's not that small. It's not that small, but it's small enough to be annoying. And your screen looks like it's a lot bigger. Is that a fold phone?
is it what?
Is it? No, it looks like it's bending outwards. It looked like a fold.
No, it's a Galaxy. It's a Galaxy S22.
See, mine is a Galaxy J3.
All right, okay, yeah. Mine's an S22. Like, it's 1,400 quid worth of phone there. So
Yeah.
it's not something that I'd recommend you upgrade to. But as you can see, look, just scrolling down there, it's great for doing Facebook when you're.
Yeah. No, see, that's what I mean, because it's just so small. I mean, it was big enough when I bought it. It was big enough for what I needed. But now, as my eyesight is getting older, and I'm doing more on the phone, it needs to be a bigger screen, almost like a small tablet, really, so that I can use it how I want to use it, as you know, as a small, very small computer. Matt says, I've always been lucky not to get motion sickness and things. Even my first time in VR, I took it to it like a duck to water. Actually, VR, I've done VR, and that's different because you're actually immersed. So you're actually there. It's not like you're watching it where and everything around you is static and you're watching this movement. That's why people get motion sick in a car, is because you're sitting in a static thing, but everything's moving past you. And Mickey says, I have the A32. Sounds like a good road. I'm sure it's a thing. Oh, the phone. We were talking about phones, weren't we? Yes. Is that Samsung?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. No. See, that's the thing. At some point, I will look and get a more decent phone with proper memory and proper everything. I also need a higher. My phone will not upgrade to a higher what do they call it, when they upgrade when you upgrade the OS, it won't let me go any higher than what I've got. I think I'm on 5 and you guys are up to about 22 or something mad. So
I've no idea what you're talking about.
we should have been listening.
Yes, I know. I was listening. I've no idea what you were talking about.
No, the operating system version.
Oh, my operating system.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me. Oh, I don't know what that is. Hang on, I'll tell you.
See, I'm on something like 5, but everything else needs to be 10 or above. That's how ancient my phone is now in comparison.
I'm on Android 11, I think. Android 12.
Yeah, I'm on something like 5. And
on Android 12.
And my phone is too old to accept any more newer versions. It won't upgrade to any newer versions. Yeah, that's it, Mickey. Exactly. I think that's what's happened, because my phone is something like, I can't remember when I got it. I tend to navigate through my life now as to who's died, whether it's before or after they died. My mum died in 2015, and I think I got it either just before or just after she died. So there we go.
I change mine every 2 years when the contract runs out.
Mine was pay as you go, but I may well be able to switch that to contract because of tying it in with my phone line. They managed to tie my SIM in with my phone line, not phone line. What's it called? Fiber optic broadband thingy. Can't remember what it's called. My internet connection. So I'm with Virgin for both of those, and they managed to tie it in with that and give me a package, so I wasn't paying any more for the phone. So they may well be able to do a contract thingy for me.
Yeah, go for it if you can. That sounds like a good idea. I think that's what my son's got. He's got a Virgin broadband and mobile phone package. I've been with three. I've been with three since they were Hutchinson Telecom and Orange, in fact. They were Hutchinson Telecom first, then they went to Orange, and now they're three. So I've been with them for 30 odd years. And so I pay 20 quid a month for, well, I pay a bit more than that because I've got the phone. I pay 53 quid a month because I've got the phone on the, I'm paying for the phone on the contract.
Yeah, I might end up doing that. I may end up doing that. And because I'm with Virgin, they may well give me a deal because I pay so bloody much for my broadband each month and stuff like that. So Mickey says, got SIM only, 10 gig, 10 quid a month via Sky. And Matt says, I've got Virgin internet upstairs, TalkTalk downstairs, and giffgaff for my phone. Giffgaff's really good, actually. I know it runs on the O2 network, doesn't it? And the prices and the coverage is excellent for the price. And the ease of being able to upgrade, downgrade, and stop the service whenever you want is really good.
Well, like I say, I pay 53 quid a month, and I've got all you can eat messages, all you can eat minutes, and all you can eat data. But it seems excessive at 53 quid a month, but I'm paying for the phone as well.
Yeah.
And that's over 2 years, so that gives you an idea of how much the phone costs. I mean, the phone is, I think the phone to buy is either 1,300 or 1,400 quid for a Galaxy S22.
Yeah, but see, that's good. That's what I mean. If I can get a deal like that via Virgin, and just, you know, and have it within my broadband package, because I've been with Virgin for quite a long time now, and I don't default, and they know I'm a good payer and things, then they should be quite happy to merge it all in. I just need to look, and I need to measure. You know, I need to actually sit here with a ruler going, is that big enough? You know, like ladies do. Is that big enough? And then talk to the guy about his package.
You want to talk to a man about his package?
Yeah, and how big it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Mickey says my son has giffgaff and loves their bundles. Yeah, no, they're so brilliant. Yeah. Being able to stop, start, upgrade, downgrade, and everything is brilliant. So say like you've got giffgaff, and then you go somewhere where you know there's not going to be good enough Wi-Fi within like they say free Wi-Fi, but it's crap. So what you can do is upgrade your own data just for 1 month, and then not have that the next month without being attached to a contract. Mickey says I bought my phone 220. Yeah, I think mine was about 200 back then. And Matt says, Mickey, it's pretty good if you don't use the phone much, but have family, friends, and giffgaff for unlimited same network calls, texts. It's only £5 every 3 months, which is that's pretty good, yeah. So all depends on what you need and what you use it for. I was looking at my data because, again, if I'm going to do some live streaming, I need to make sure that I've got enough data to be able to do that. And I think, I can't remember how much it worked out to now. It was something like I've got 20 hours of live streaming data available on my phone. So that should be enough.
Well, that's the important thing, isn't it? Yeah, I'm like Mickey. I use WhatsApp. I've got a family chat, and then I've got chats with each individual member of my family. We always was using WhatsApp, which is what we got. But like I say, my phone's on contract, but when my contract ends, I'm not gonna get another phone on contract because I'm not working anymore. When I was working, I could afford to get the brand new latest state of the art phone every year, every 2 years. But this contract expires in June 2023, and I'm not going to get the latest state of the art of the phone. I'm going to stick with that phone until it dies, and then I'll look round at something like a gift gaff bundle or something like that. As long as I can get all you eat for under 20 quid a month, I'll be happy. Yeah, lots of people use WhatsApp to buy drugs. I use it. I use it for sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and the occasional prostitute. Doesn't everybody?
And if
Doesn't
people,
everybody?
If people had been watching if people had watched your video on demand of the update about when you were in hospital, they know that your life is just filled with sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And of course, you need a phone that actually you can coordinate all that. So
Yeah, my life is just one big party. I don't use Snapchat. I've never used Snapchat, but my life is just one big party. One big wall.
I've never used Snapchat. I asked my sister about that.
I'm too old for Snapchat. I think you've got to be a teenager for Snapchat, haven't you?
Well, yeah. Well, no, exactly. She's only got Snapchat because she's got a teenager and a preteen who use Snapchat. And I was saying to my sister, what if you take photos? Because I know the concept. Snapchat, within a certain amount of seconds or minutes, whatever you've sent disappears. And so I said to my sister, so people taking photos with Snapchat, does it save to the phone? Can you save the pictures to the phone, or is it literally gone forever? Like your own phone. So you take the picture to send to someone else. Has it gone forever? She said, no, there are settings that you can have it saved into your phone. So, but that's how much I don't know about it. And Kik is another one. Is like, what? Match. I hate Snapchat as well, but my cheapest dealer is there. Very quick deals. If you don't see this picture in time, it disappears forever. The deal.
Oh.
Alexa, speak Welsh to me, baby.
She can't hear you, Tracey. You're in my ear. The only audio is in my ear.
No. I know. That's what I thought you were going to lean across and say.
No, I just told her to set an alarm for the morning.
Yes. Hold on. I'm just going to laugh at Match. No, because we were. Do you remember we were doing the? We were talking about Alexa the other day because she suddenly sparked into life. You got her speaking Welsh at you.
I just remember because I've got to pick the missus up from work in the morning. I don't pick her up every other morning except Saturday morning because that's when she does her shopping. That's when she does her weekly shopping, and she's got her shopping trolley and 2 shopping bags. So it's the only day of the week that I pick her up. She finishes work at 7 in the morning, so I've just set the alarm for 6:30 to give me enough time to get up, have a piss, throw a cup of coffee down my throat, and get out and go and pick her up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Probably more information than you needed to know.
No, we like to know about your routine.
I know you like to know about my routines. That video's ended. Let's put the next one up. That was video 5, so let's put up video 6. There we go. You can watch me build as we go along. There you go. Look, isn't that absolutely fascinating? Aren't you absolutely fascinated with this? I'm having a long break. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh.
God. I can see that MrMaddMarc is online, and he's only literally got one person talking online, looking at him, and that's his girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, whatever she is.
Okay.
So I just saw that there was one person, and every time I dip in there, it's still only Minxie. He's out on some street corner or somewhere again, but not his usual one.
Okay.
That's because all his fans are in here talking to us.
One day I might drive up to his street corner and wind him up while he's live.
That would be hilarious. That would be fucking fucking hilarious. Just having a drive-by insults.
Well, hang on. Let me just go and have a. Let me just go and have a quick look. MrMaddMarc just chatting. Hang on, let me go and have a look at his stream.
Yeah, he's not on his normal corner. He's by.
Oh, he's up at Deptford Bridge.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, let me just check. Are you at Deptford? I'm just asking.
Yeah. Oh, he just picked up 2 more viewers because we came in to have a look.
Right, let's just see if he gets that right. Okay.
So Steve says, "Are you at Deptford Bridge? I don't have audio, so you'll have to type a reply."
It looks like he's at Deptford Bridge. I will type for you. Okay.
Greenwich. Is it Greenwich?
Greenwich. I wasn't a million miles away then. Deptford Bridge is in Greenwich.
No, I upped his audio so I could hear him, and he said, "Deptford Bridge. I'm in Greenwich. Greenwich. Minxie, can you tell him that I'm in Greenwich?"
He doesn't know where he is. That's not Greenwich. That's Deptford Bridge. I guarantee that's Deptford Bridge behind him.
Okay. He's near Spoons. Spoons is down there.
Okay, so he's by the comedy club. That really looks like Deptford Bridge. I guarantee that's... No, he's not that far. He's near Spoons. Yeah, he's right by Deptford Bridge. He's exactly where I thought he was. Yeah. That creek behind him is called Deptford Creek.
Oh, do you know that's bizarre? What's he saying? That's Waitrose. He's opposite Waitrose. He's over the other side of the road from Waitrose River. He said, "Fuck me, streaming like this round Deptford, I'd get shanked."
That's Deptford Creek behind him.
But if that's Deptford Creek, that means he's pretty much in the spot where I've had my ancestors were from.
Yeah, that's Deptford Creek. I know exactly where he is. Anyway, let's leave Mark to it, shall we? We've given him major viewerships. So
anyway, no, I've come off that now. When you were going, that's Deptford Creek behind you.
That's Deptford Creek. That's Deptford Creek.
No, listen, Steve. You said that's Deptford Creek behind you, and he goes, no, that's Waitrose.
I know exactly where he is. Yeah, he's at Deptford Creek, at Deptford Bridge. Exactly where I thought he was. Yeah, that's Deptford Creek.
Oh God!
He's exactly where I thought he was.
You should put him on you should put his thingy on the stream again to the side, so that when he comes back, I could put, like tomorrow, I'll be able to say, "Look, Mark, look, that's Deptford Creek."
That's Deptford Creek.
That water is Deptford Creek.
Which means he's at Deptford fucking Bridge. Jesus Christ. I recognise that anywhere.
Oh dear. Oh, it's funny.
Yeah. I know exactly where he's... I'll tell you what, I could get in my car and I could be there in 20 minutes to wind him up. I'm not going to, though.
No, not tonight, but don't do it while I'm away. Seriously, there's got to be a time that you do that on when he's streaming. That would be so hilarious. Just having drive-by trolling.
Yeah.
Hey!
when he's on his normal channel, I will do. If he'd have been on his normal channel, and if he'd have been on his normal street corner tonight, Tracy, I'd have left you with the thing.
Yeah, that would be hilarious.
And I'd have gone up there.
But Steve, you would have to have had him post his little live stream in one of the corners of our stream.
Yeah,
so as you fuck off to go and look, I can be looking and going, look. It's literally co-streaming. He's trolling.
Yeah.
IRL trolling.
Yeah, I'd go and troll him on his street corner. I will do.
Matt says, "Show up for a cameo."
I will, if he was on his normal street corner, I would have done. I'd have left Tracy with the stream. I'd have put his stream up in the corner, and I'd have driven up and down, because I know exactly where his street corner is. It's just round the corner from me.
That's fantastic. That's a fantastic IRL future idea.
Yeah. Oh.
Brilliant. That would be so funny.
So I know exactly where he is there.
Oh dear.
Uh,
I saw it. I saw he popped up in the Discord earlier saying that he's going to stream tonight, and I presumed he was going to do either central London or near where he lives.
yeah.
Wherever. He's on the move now, so I don't. Minxie said, "So where are you? Are you? Look at his stream now." She says, "Are you even on a bridge?" Okay, yeah, that isn't a bridge.
The area is called Deptford Bridge.
It's a basin thing, like a wharf.
How do you turn up in somebody? I know exactly where he is. He's at Deptford Bridge. Fucking hell. Right. How do you stream snipe when you're playing a game? How do you appear in somebody's game? But I'll do it in IRL. I know exactly where he is now, and I could drive there in 20 minutes, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, well, no, we'll get yourself recovered a bit more, and and it'll be easier as well if Mickey was on stream as well. And then when Mark goes live and he's from his usual corner, me and Mickey can just you set him up in the corner, and then me and Mickey can hold the fort, so we can chat while you're driving off there, and then keep an eye on as you drive past, going wanger, wanger.
Did you hear that fart?
No, I was shouting, so that's good.
All right, okay. I'll be able to go stream wanker at him as I drive past.
Yeah, exactly. You wanker!
I'll do that next time he's doing that. I'll do that.
That's so good. That's so good. That's such a thing. Oh dear. And I'll be able to.
Okay. I'll get you match. I'll get you it. Like I say, when I don't play games, I prefer real life. But I will go and stream snipe him when he's next on his street corner. I will definitely go and snipe him.
IRL sniping and IRL trolling, like stream trolling, is much more interesting. Because that's funnier, because you actually have to leave and go somewhere and then turn up and just randomly appear and then bugger off. It's so funny. I shall look forward to that.
Yep.
Do you know what? They're pneumatic drilling again in the street.
This doesn't worry you that you live in a block of flats and they're pneumatic drilling?
It's in the street. It's on the dual carriageway, and it's just they're always digging it up. And it's just like how much more can it take? They dig it up and then they fill it in, and then they dig it up and then they fill it in, and then they dig it up, and it's just like, seriously? It doesn't make sense. It's not like they're laying new pipeline and they dig a bit and then move it along. It's just all random.
Yes, yeah, long way for 125. Although 125s nowadays, they do it quite nicely. I remember I had a Honda. I had a Yamaha in 1980, 81. I bought a Yamaha YB100. Only a little 100cc motorbike, not a scooter, had gears and shit, clutch and 5 gears. And I went from London to Leeds on that and back on the motorway. It would only do 55 top whack. I went up to Leeds on it to see a friend and stayed overnight in Leeds and come back the next day. So that was a nice little bike, that Yamaha. I like that bike, but unfortunately it got written off in an accident, which is a shame. But I like that bike.
As long as you weren't written off in that accident.
I wasn't on it at the time.
Oh, did it get nicked?
It got reversed over by a truck.
Oh.
I parked behind the truck, and he didn't see it when it reversed and just ran over it. So
you didn't have your chemo today because
no. My chemo was put off until next week. I only cancelled it for 1 week. My consultant phoned me today to say that did I know that she phoned me 9 o'clock this morning and said, did you know that your chemo's not happening today? And I said yes, because I had my PICC line changed yesterday. My PICC line dressing changed yesterday at the hospital, and they told me then that I wasn't having my chemo, because normally the day before chemo then they change my PICC line dressing. They also take bloods. And she said, I'm not going to take blood because you're not having your chemo this week. You're down for next Friday, so I'm going to have my chemo next Friday.
Oh.
Got to admit, Tracy, I'm a bit concerned about my chemo because I did tell you what the surgeons, not the surgeon, what the consultant said about my gallbladder, did I?
Right. It was that the like you'd come off the steroids, which had been masking the inflammation, and then the chemo, because it made you more immunocompromised, meant that your gallbladder couldn't fight.
My
off the
immune system
infection.
couldn't mount a response to the inflammation in the gallbladder. So technically, chemo was the cause of the gallbladder bursting. It wasn't the cause of the gallbladder issues, but it was the cause of the gallbladder bursting. So I'm a bit worried about other bits every time I have chemo. I mean, I've got an enlarged spleen. I mean, is that going to go next?
Well, the way I thought about it was that if you think about how long you were on the steroids for to take the inflammation from your spleen down, and what I thought was potentially was that you had an inflamed gallbladder, which they're going, it's the spleen. And so you were having the steroids, which was basically masking and shrinking the inflamed gallbladder. You weaned off of that and then had to have chemo in order to have the chemo.
I didn't
So
wean
my
off of it
brain-
completely. I went down. I started at 30 milligrams, and I'm still weaning down now. I've just had my last day at 10 milligrams a day. From tomorrow, I'm 5 milligrams a day. So I'm nearly off.
So the way that I was thinking was that you had weaned down from the steroids, and basically the inflammation in the gallbladder came back because you weren't treating it with the steroids.
Yep.
And then
Yeah.
the chemo, because of the you being immunocompromised, the chemo basically sparked it all off again. So I can see why you're
So I'm a bit worried.
yeah, I can see why you're worried, but also at the same time they've managed to. Well, that's a. I was actually thinking though. I was going to say they've managed to sort that bit out, but thinking about it, the liver function tests were deranged, but they will have done liver function tests throughout with your bloods anyway. So your liver function tests may well have just been deranged because of the gallbladder issue.
Very possibly. Very possibly.
So, because otherwise it would have shown up. It would have shown up before. They would have been telling you before.
They have mentioned my liver before. And they also did a test. I don't know if you saw on my Facebook status where I posted the hospital report. If you look on my Facebook status, my latest one.
I did, but I thought you'd read that one out. Go on, what you?
Yeah, well, Murphy's positive also showed up, which is indicative of a liver issue. But the consultant this morning said that she suggests very strongly that I stop all alcohol drinking, which I have actually. The last time I had any alcohol was 3.5 weeks ago. Yeah, 3.5 weeks ago. So yeah. I've not had any alcohol in the last 3.5 weeks. So I don't mind. She said, I said, well, you know, can I have a whiskey now and again? She said, yeah, you can have a whiskey now and again. She said, but your problem was you were drinking beer. And a lot of people just think beer is harmless, but you were drinking a lot of beer each week. She said, you told me you were drinking about 14 units a week. And I said, yeah, 14 units is a lot of beer, actually. It's a pint a day I was drinking, Tracy, on average. So it was continual drinking. And yeah, she said, you can have a whiskey every now and again. That's not going to hurt you. As long as you don't go silly with it, you know, not one every night. Have a whiskey once a month, you know. You can have a few beers at Christmas, but what you've got to do is you've got to actually control your drinking so it's a lot less. Give your liver a chance to stabilise, and then we can see what else is going on.
Yeah, and also the thing is, the liver is the only organ, if people don't know this, the liver is the only organ in the body that does regenerate. As long as you're not abusing it, the liver is the only organ in the body that basically makes new cells and regenerates. No other organ in the body does that. And if you're eating crap, if you're drinking too much sugary drinks, if you're drinking too much alcohol, what's going to happen is the liver gets damaged and it tries to regenerate, but it can't, and it just ends up dying and getting to the point where it cannot regenerate, which means that you need a transplant. So that's where that was just for people who don't know, and it's like, well, hang on a minute, you can have a liver transplant, or wait a minute, you've got kidneys and 2 kidneys and 2 lungs and things like this, but the liver, you've only got 1 liver, and it's the only organ that regenerates as long as it's not damaged, and livers get to the point where they cannot regenerate because they're too damaged. But so what Steve is doing now is stopping things that will damage his liver and hopefully regenerate it into a more healthy liver.
I just want it to stabilise so I can see what's going on. I'm not Max, you could well be right. I don't know. I'm not a medical expert. Don't claim to be a medical expert. I have no interest in it, other than what's going on with me. So.
No, the skin's a bit different. The old skin flakes slough off, and the newer skin comes in, but it's not the same as the liver. Right, that's something you're going to have to Google, because that's where my medical thing. Maybe I'm talking about internal organs or whatever. But they don't. You get new cells. You do get new cells. Every organ does that, but the liver is the only one that a doctor could put a small piece of liver into you, and it will basically become a fresh, proper liver, as long as you don't damage it. Vicky says, I have a 6 centimetre cyst on one kidney and 4 centimetre on the other, but they are doing nothing about it.
That's because you're going to die. That's because you're so fucking old. You're so near death anyway, Mickey. Let's be honest. I mean, in your case, we're talking weeks here, aren't we?
Aww.
You know, I do worry stream to stream. Has Mickey died yet? He's that old.
Oh, that's why you're going, Mickey. Should we ask Mickey? And Mickey is zoned out, and you think, has he gone?
Yeah, you do. I do. I worry. I've got a cyber defibrillator here.
Pornhub or death? Which one is it this week, Mickey?
Yeah. When he zones out, I do. I get ready with I get ready to rush up there with the defibrillator.
Matt says, "Are you buying your calendars on a monthly basis?" To Mickey. Mickey says, "The way I feel this week, it may be that." Oh God, no! Please don't. You're the one with the fans. Oh dear, oh dear. But that's hilarious. Just rushing up there with a defib. Hang on, Mickey! Mickey, we're coming! Boom. Oh dear, oh dear. So going back to the drinking, that it does make sense. So if they've already said to you before that there's liver changes, the function tests are showing changes and things, and it does make sense to try to stop that and potentially reverse it.
Mickey, you forgot the word clothes.
Oh dear.
The word clothes is missing from that sentence, Mickey.
Oh dear. Yeah.
But I'll give you a tip, Mickey. Get yourself a Very account, then you can get it on buy now, pay 12 months later. As long as you drop dead within the next 12 months, you won't have to pay for it. You can get all your women's clothes there. They've got some nice pink high-heeled. They've got some nice pink high-heeled sandals on special at the moment. I was looking at them today, $19.99.
Why were you looking?
Why not?
It is, isn't it? Hence why I've started buying all my not these ones, but I bought a shitload of mad earrings, which I haven't managed to wear on stream yet because Steve got ill, and I'm going holiday. But I shall crack them out the week after, so that you can see all my lovely bright shine, shen, or sheen, or cheyenne, however it's pronounced. Oh,
The
right.
hair situation is chemo. Is chemotherapy match. That's why there's no hair. I'll show you my head, but I'm not showing you where else I've lost it. I've lost all my pubes. So, I'm younger than Mickey. Tracey's younger than me, but I'm younger than Mickey. Which is why we worry about Mickey dying between streams, don't we, Tracey?
Yeah, but on stream.
And I was
he
on
zones out,
very.
when he zones out and he's just like that, it's like, is it Pornhub or is it death? Which
Yep,
one is it?
exactly. And the reason I was on very is because my robot vacuum cleaner, which has been really reliable, has packed in or is starting to pack in. It's starting to play up.
Oh
So
my
I
God,
was,
is this the one that you bought about 15 years ago?
yeah, it's starting to play up. And I was looking for a brand new one, and I typed into Google search, and very was one of the people that came up with the cheapest price on it. So I just happened to look at it, and down the bottom, I just happened to notice that when you look at something on the very catalogue, they put special offers down the bottom, and it just happened to have a pair of pink high-heeled shoes down the bottom.
Let you off. I thought perhaps you might be looking like getting ideas for Mickey's Christmas present.
He's not going to live till Christmas. Don't be stupid. We're lucky if he's alive till Monday.
He says I'll fuck up your settings if I die.
He will, yeah.
We'll have a forever echo.
I'm perfectly capable of fucking up my own settings.
Oh dear. That's Mickey. We've got an echo yet. That's Mickey.
Yep. Yeah, he'll come back and haunt us, won't he?
He will. You'll hear diabolical echo, echo, echo. Yep, there's Mickey. Hi, Mickey.
I'll be Mickey.
Oh, on the subject of audio. Oh, hang on. Sorry, Villa. Rewind. Mickey says, "Are you on tomorrow, Steve?"
Yes, Mickey. Yeah, I was going to go on my own. But if you want to come on, Mickey, by all means do. But otherwise, I was going to go on my own.
Mickey says, "I'll turn up if I'm not dead." There you go. So that's worked out really well. I've swapped with Mickey. Bit of wife swapping tonight.
Yeah. I hope, Mickey, you're watching the build in the corner there of Iron Man, are you? To see how fucking fiddly and awkward it is, because this is what you've got to look forward to. So I hope you're watching the build there, are you, Mickey? Or not, as the case may be, and swearing and saying, fucking hell, what have I let myself into? Yeah, well, of course I'm a wanker. Well, I would be a wanker if I wasn't on so many drugs. Maybe when the drugs stop, yeah, I can go back to being a wanker. That'll be something. So you're watching, you're seeing how fiddly it is. So, but I'll be honest with you, Mickey. It might look fiddly, right? But I find it to be very, very therapeutic. I really do. After a good couple of hours session of building, I find it very therapeutic, and I find myself relaxing quite a lot. And it also, the other thing it does is it exercises your mind. And because that's the other danger with retiring, you've got to exercise your mind. And I find this really does exercise my mind very much. And I really do enjoy it. Even though I find it with my arthritis, it does hurt, and I have to take painkillers beforehand. I have to take a couple of paracetamol beforehand, or if my arthritis is really bad, naproxen, just so I can do it. But according to my my GP, keeping my fingers nimble with arthritis actually avoids it getting worse. And this is what this does. It keeps my fingers nimble. So
yeah, I'm the same with Lego. I'm building Lego models and that, because otherwise you will find, and that's the weird anomaly, that you can wake up sore as anything, stiff as anything, but your joints really stiff, and the last thing you want to do is move around because it hurts and it's stiff. But what you have to do is actually move around, because then it's like oiling up, all the joints start moving, and it keeps you nimble. It keeps you going. But if you just get up and then go and sit in a chair, everything seizes up even more and even quicker. So, yep.
Here you go, Mickey. This is me using UV resin now. I've broken a bit, so I'm actually going to use a bit of UV resin to fix it. So I've got my little UV resin in the pot, which won't harden. There we go. Pour it in the pot. It won't harden. I'm not. If you sit under the window, it will, but it won't harden until you apply UV light. But where I've broken a bit there, I'm just fixing it right now. Just using a cocktail stick to put the UV resin on, and it won't harden, it won't dry, it won't do anything until I hit it with UV light. Because I remember doing that leg, I bent the panel the wrong way, and then when I went to bend it back the right way, it broke. So there we go. It's as simple as that. Look, just hold the torch on it for a minute, and that's absolutely perfect. Which place are you at now? I know you're in Lowestoft. Would you? Are you at the place with the arthritis, Mickey, or the not wanking? I'm sorry. There's so many conversations going on here.
I think it's the waking up in the morning all seized up, and if you don't move around, you stay seized up. But it hurts to move around, but you need to move around.
Yeah, no, Mickey, your case, that's rigor mortis. All right. That's rigor mortis. All right.
Don't make him laugh. He'll cough himself even more.
Yeah. No, that's rigor mortis. I hate that in the morning. So.
What, wetting yourself?
No, I'm not wetting myself. I cheat. I cheat. I've got one of those plastic portable toilets in the bedroom. So if I get up in the middle of the night and I need a wee, I'll just do it in that, and then rinse it out in the morning.
My dad's a bit similar to that. My dad had one of those, like, sort of, it was a planter, just like a big flower pot without a hole at the bottom, and he used to pee into one of the plastic urinary, the men's urinary plastic things with a handle on it. Yeah. He used to pee into that and then tip that into the pot. When my mum was alive, she absolutely hated it because she was the one who had to empty the pot, and I'd be saying to her, let the carers do it. The carers come in for a reason. No, if I don't do it, it stinks.
Well, hopefully, Mickey, being stuck in a rut sitting at PC all day, although I've been sitting at a PC all day today, which is unusual, but that's because I've been doing a lot of editing today. But stuck in a rut with a PC, well, hopefully, getting into model making, if I get you into model building, and that's a hobby we can share together, I might get you out of that rut. Because, like I say, I find it very, very, very therapeutic, and I really enjoy doing it. By the way, you're watching the raw footage. I record everything. You're watching the raw footage. When I turn this into the eventual video, I will cut out all of the dead spaces like this, and it will be speeded up 10 times. So the build will be up 10 times. But I was just going off to make a cup of coffee while I was waiting for these. That's how quickly the resin's cured. That's it. It's cured. Under the UV.
What are you recording this on? Is this straight onto your computer?
No, I'm using a Ghost Drift.
No, go on. What is that? I've never heard of that before.
2 ticks, and I will show you what a Ghost Drift is. No, it's an action camera. Hang on.
Ah, right, okay.
It's one of these little things. I've actually got 2 recording because I record for 2 different angles. I record from I record overhead and from up front, but I've only got 1 running at the moment. But if you click that link, Tracey, that'll show you what a Ghost Drift is. And
then you would need like SD's card.
It records onto the SD card. It's got 128 gigabyte SD card in there. It will record for 9 hours on a single charge and a single SD card.
Oh, okay.
It's an action cam. It's an action cam, but it will record for 9 hours at 1080p.
Yeah. No, that's what I was wondering, whether you were doing it on like via a phone or whatever. And also if you're recording for that long onto your computer, and then your computer decides to do a spaz or something, then I think computers love doing things like that. So yeah, okay, well, that's interesting.
And that's recording onto the action cam, which I then take the SD card and put it into the computer.
Yeah.
I can record directly onto the computer. I can use Wi-Fi to record from my mobile phone. Yes, that was the one that I recommended you to get when you're out on the bike, Matt Huey, because that's what I originally bought it for when I was out on my bike. And it's an absolutely fantastic camera. And you can see the picture quality of it. You're looking at it in the at the side there. That is the picture quality of the Ghost Drift, and it's absolutely fantastic. I also attach it to my wheelchair when I'm going out in my wheelchair, and it becomes my wheelchair cam. But for the purposes of making these videos, I've actually got two of these ghosts, and I actually record the video with two. But for some reason, on these ones you're watching now, the second camera, I must have had a brainstorm, and I forgot to set the second camera recording. But the next time that I start doing my Iron Man, which will be tomorrow, I will have both cameras recording, so you've got a straight on angle and a top angle, and I can switch between the two. So yeah, that's me using my my Drift Ghost to record this, which, like I say, is absolutely a wonderful camera. 9 hours on a single charge is phenomenal, and you can see just what the picture quality is like, how good the picture quality is.
Yeah, that's really good.
It is. It is. So you never know, Mickey. We might be able to get you into into a hobby, like what I'm doing. It is, Match. It really is a good camera. The only difference between the GoPro and the Ghost Drift is the Ghost Drift doesn't have a screen on it. It's got an LCD display for the settings, but it hasn't got a screen on it, like the GoPro. But the fact it will record for 9 hours non-stop is a bonus. I mean, 9 hours non-stop, that's about the amount of time it will take your 125 to get from Newcastle to London. But if you go on my YouTube, and if you see any of my wheelchair cam stuff, that's all filmed with the same camera.
Oh, that's really good. Yeah.
It is. It's a fantastic little camera. Very tiny little things. It fit in the palm of your hand easily. Tiny little things, Tracey.
Yeah,
I'm actually thinking about buying another one. I'll tell you another thing about the Ghost Drift. It's also got a dash cam mode on it, so you can use it in the car as a dash cam.
Oh,
yeah.
That's interesting too. Oh,
dash cam mode means that when you turn the power on the car, the camera will start recording, and when you turn the power off, the camera stops recording, and it records in. I've got it set to record in continuous, but you can actually set it on dashcam mode. It records in 3-minute sections, which is what dashcam does. So you save a file every 3 minutes. Oh. You don't need a screen when it's on your helmet, Match. So you know it won't move once you get the angle. It won't move. But it's such a wide angle camera. It's very forgiving. Very forgiving.
Oh. What are you scratching? Found a scab?
No, my dressing's starting to come off, so I'm just pulling it off. Oh. My dressing's starting to come off.
Oh, lovely. Oh, all your organs are going to start leaking out now. Lovely.
I can show you my setup if you're that interested.
Can we do it when I get back from holiday, when I've got more brain?
When you got more what?
Brain.
You go to Scotland to get your brain?
Yeah, no, yeah, yeah. When I've got more brain, I've had this horrible toothache and everything all week, and I'm just so tired. I haven't had enough sleep because of the pain kit just was waking me up. It's getting better. It's easing off now, and I managed to eat some toast earlier without hitting the ceiling, so that it's getting better. But constantly feeling nauseous from the antibiotics and things like that, and just feeling tired. So when I have a brain, I'll be interested in seeing the setup.
Okay. But yeah, it's we've done 90 minutes by the way. We've done 90 minutes 12 minutes ago.
Okay. Are you are we going to finish soon?
No, I'll go on for a little while longer, but I won't be able to go on for like 4 hours because I got up at 8 and I've had several naps during the day, and each time I've had a nap, I've been interrupted. The first one was by some fucker phoning me from a withheld number and not leaving a message, and the second one was by Amazon knocking on the door like it was the end of the world. I mean, I'm sure he knocked on the door with a £14 club hammer.
I get that with some of them. You just like jump right out of your skin, going, "What the fuck is happening? Was that an explosion, or is that the police, or what the hell's going on?" And you open the door, and they throw a package at you, and it's just like, "Is this a bomb?" No, it's just some SD cards.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm feeling knackered, and I've got to try and just finish sorting out my bits and pieces. I'm gonna have a lazy day tomorrow before I get a
Yeah, exactly. You think it's the police, you get raided. So he woke me up as well. So
they never use my you know, you got your letterbox, you got your door knocker. They never use that. It's bang 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 on the door, like with their fist or something, like you said, like a club hammer. And you just think, what the fucking hell's going on? And it turns out to not be that urgent. Here's your package.
a hemostat is a good thing to have, Mickey, as well. Have you got a hemostat by any chance? Because they're good things to have as well.
Hemostat.
Yeah, hemostat, they're very good things to have.
What is it?
Those scissors that clamp.
Right, okay.
They're what surgeons use to clamp off arteries.
Yeah.
But they're called hemostats.
Oh my god, I just switched over to MrMaddMarc, and he's only out in the wild with a keg of drink.
Yes, I know.
For fuck's sake. I clicked over, and what the funny thing is, what's happening is Ben Phobot, which is the guy that I said, I'm just going to have a look and see what, no, let's not do that on that stream. Ben Phobot's, hang on.
You can afford heating.
Oh, Ben Phobot's is finished. Who's you saying that to?
Mickey can afford heating.
Right, so this is the guy that follows MrMaddMarc.
Yeah.
He's just finished streaming by the looks of it, and he's gone into MrMaddMarc's stream, and he's going, you know, what's the degen going on, and all this kind of stuff.
Oh, you've got the thermostat, but you can't afford the heating. Well, a hemostat, Mickey, is a good thing to have. I've got a straight hemostat, and I've got a curved hemostat. But you've got to remember that I've been building my model kit up for like 30 years. So don't rush out. Don't rush out and go and buy one. Good evening, Miss Mass. How are you? We are just talking complete and utter shit as usual. As usual. I don't know if you know, but we didn't stream at all last week because I was in hospital having my dressing changed, and my gallbladder decided to burst, so I had to have emergency surgery last week to have my gallbladder out. Look, there we go. Look, hey, there's my skull. Look, hey, got my gallbladder out, so I'm recovering now. I'm getting better. I'm still feeling sore, and I'm very, very tired. I'm absolutely wiped out. I'm sleeping a lot each day, but I think that might be down to the chemotherapy as well. But yeah, I streamed on Monday of this week, but I wasn't there. It was my Tracey and Mickey that did it. I just fucked everything up in the background.
Royally fucked everything up. It was just like,
yeah. If I'm honest, I'm not a pension age wanker. I checked out a K bra. What's a K bra?
Okay, you know, like this the cup size.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she checked out a K bra, and yeah, just saying, she said, "Wow, yeah, no, that's the thing. It's just they're impressive."
Yeah, I'm early retired. I don't get in the pension queue. My pension, which got paid today, my pension just pops into my bank account once a month. So I don't know. How do you get the state pension? Oh, you're too young to get the state pension. I don't know how you get the state pension. I think it does the same. I think it just pops in your bank account.
No, there's no standing in the there's no standing in the queue and things like that. So what I was going to say, Miss Mouse, is that the thing is, it's not that I'm out of proportion though. Everything is in proportion. It's not like I'm really, really skinny with these huge, you know, size.
I need a wee. I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to get myself another soup as well.
Okay. Yeah, it's not like I'm really, really skinny with these huge K bust. Everything else is in proportion. So people looking at me wouldn't actually think, oh my God, she's got massive breasts, because everything else is massive as well. So yeah, so there you go, Mickey. He's buggered off before he heard the before he read the answer. But yeah, it does go straight in. So is that Mickey? Oh no, that's not Mickey. That's Steve. He's building Iron Man, and it's like it's a metal model that he's making of Iron Man, and so that is Steve. He was doing bits and pieces like this. He was explaining that. Was this the one? No, this may not have been the one that he started. No. So he's been doing this since he's been ill and things, to kind of chill out and relax and take it easy and things. So that is Steve. Mickey is not Mickey. Mickey's not very well tonight. He's typing in chat here. Mad Midget is Mickey in chat, but he's got like a really bad chesty cold cough and and talking about my bum in the chat. Mad Mitchid saying that I've got a K butt too. I have. That's what I'm saying. I am in proportion. What can I say? And there you go. That's Mickey making his excuses. He's actually out doing his cross-dressing early tonight. I think you'll be here tomorrow, though, won't you, Mickey? If all being well. Because I'm not here tomorrow. I'm usually here on a Saturday night. But I'm not, because I'm going away on Sunday, early Sunday. So it's kind of worked out really well that I said, because I'm going away, I'll hop on stream tonight. And then turns out Mickey's ill, so that's good. So that's covered that. And I'm away. I'm not on stream tomorrow, and Mickey's going to come on tomorrow night, and that'll cover for me not being here. So okay, no problem, Mousy. But yeah, so that's worked out quite well. Unfortunately, Mickey had to be ill for it, but oh, you're back.
Right, no, to explain, Miss Massey, that it's me and Mickey are both. I'm early retired, and I think Mickey's taking early retirement as well. I don't think he's quite old enough to require under the state, or he might be. But if you take retirement, it gets really, really boring. So one of the things that I do when I'm not streaming is I make scale models, and I record every scale model I make, because I edit it and speed it up and put it on YouTube to help other people who are building the same thing. And what you're watching just there is the raw footage before I've even edited it, which is why I'm playing with my phone on Facebook while I'm building my model. So it's so you're just watching the raw footage. It's just there because I can, and it gives us something to talk about, because I'm just getting Mickey into model making, and Mickey's going to make a model. Mickey is going to make one of these, London Tower Bridge. I've got the same model, but Mickey's going to make it before me, and it's an all metal model, and they're very easy to make, and they're great fun. So hopefully we'll see how Mickey gets on with that.
I want the Lego model of Tower Bridge.
Yeah.
Yep. Lovely, colourful and lovely shiny plastic and that. Is this a joke, Mickey, or is this a bit of news? 2 Russians who fled the country to avoid compulsory military service are believed to have requested asylum after landing on a remote Alaskan asylum. Remote Alaskan island.
Everything in Alaska's remote.
Yeah, that's why I wondered whether. No joke. ITV News. Oh, okay. Well, let's.
Yes, as I was saying. Oh, sorry. As I was saying, so I've got it up there on the. I've got it up there on the screen there, because we're just getting Mickey into building these models, and it gives him an idea of what I have to do. And if you look, Tracey, you can see my hemostat there lying on top of the yellow pliers. My hemostat is lying on top. Oh.
Yes. Yes, I see.
Oh, that's what a hemostat is.
Yeah.
So does that answer your question, Miss Mass? I know it's there because I can. It's something for people to talk about.
She said a minute ago that she was just seeing a friend off. A friend was leaving, so I don't know if she's back yet. So.
I've got a question for everybody.
Yes.
When I was in hospital, the nutritionist came to visit me and told me that she could give me lots of diet sheets, but I don't strike her as the sort of person that would follow any sort of diet. I'm not. And so what she said, I want you to do two things. She said, I want you to have a diet that consists of 5% or less fat.
Yeah.
So whenever you get anything, just check the fat content. It's got 5% or less. And the other thing that she wants me to do is she wants me that looks a good kit, Mickey. That looks a good kit. That's got a lot. You've got the cutting mat, you've got the scalpel blades, you've got the sanders. Yeah, that looks like a little good kit. That actually looks a good kit. Yeah. A5 craft mat isn't very big. If you look at my craft mat, I'm using an A3 one. Oh, but that's a good kit. Yeah, it's got the nippers on it. That is a good kit. That is a good kit. That's how I sort of started, by buying kits like that, and then got other kits. But yeah, that is a good kit. Those nippers are quite good. You'll find those tweezers are handy. And the scalpel will be handy as well. And the picks also. Yeah, that's a good kit. Oh yeah. Another kit I might suggest, and I'm reluctant to make you spend money, but this is another kit that I might suggest that you get. Let me look it up. Tracey, carry on while I'm talking.
Yes. Well, I was waiting to hear what the other thing that the dietitian said to you, or the nutritionist. Mickey says, I don't want to spend too much to start. And Match says it's really making me want to fix my 3D printer. So, yeah, that's one thing that Steve had contemplated having, was a 3D printer. But it's one of those things that it's like, do you need it or you want it? And you go, okay, yeah, like after the first sort of initial novelty value wear off, it may well be that it just sits there gathering dust and not doing anything. So, but I was waiting to hear, Steve, what you were saying about the nutritionist.
Yes, sorry, yeah, right. The other thing the nutritionist said. Let me just post this for Mickey. The other thing, I've got one of those, Mickey. This is you see me using most of it. You can see the clippers there from it, and the bendy bar. You watch me using the bender bars. Yeah, well, so what the nutritionist said is that she wants me to stick to a diet of under 5% fat, which is very easy to do. The only exception so far, I've gone from blue to green milk. I won't go to red milk because that's just coloured water.
Yeah.
I've gone to green milk. The only thing that I won't give up is butter. All right.
This is what I was saying to you the other day.
Yeah, well, I have changed. I've gone from having proper butter to having a spread, which is 70% butter, 30% rapeseed.
Yeah, I mean that's better than, yeah, that is way better. It's still manufactured and had to be blended and everything, but that's way better than the spreadable plastic that is in the low fat spreads.
I can't give up, but I've made the change to a 70% butter spread, which does the trick. All right. Yeah. And the other thing she wanted me to do is she wanted me to stick to a fast, and she calls it the 9-15 fast, that you eat for 9 hours in the day and then don't eat for the next 15. So you have your breakfast, lunch, and evening meal all in those 9 hours, and then after your evening meal you don't eat again until the morning. That's the rota that hospitals feed you their food on.
Oh.
You get 3 meals in a 9-hour period. And then they don't get anything else. But I'm on my fasting period now, and I'm not sure whether having a cup of soup is actually breaking that fasting period or not. What do you reckon?
It is, because you're putting flavour in, and it is food, even if it's not food. It should really be tea, unsweetened, black tea or coffee, or herb tea, or plain water, because if you put a flavour in, your body thinks that food's going in anyway. So even if it was just like broth, it still thinks that food's going in, and so it doesn't go into fat burning mode.
Small steps, Tracy, because I can't make that adjustment straight away.
Yeah,
and I figure I'd normally be having toast or sandwiches or a kebab this time of night.
No, I totally understand. I totally understand. It's one of those things that if it gets you through, it gets you through.
Yeah.
And it's small steps. You've made lots of other changes and things. So by having a cup of soup, it may well still be breaking the fast, but it's way better than having toast, something on toast, a kebab, a beer, and things like that. So yeah, it's going to be it's a good substitute, and it's just one of those things that as you get used to a different regime, a different plan and things, and eating differently, you'll work it out yourself. You may well end up not having breakfast and just have lunch and dinner, and then have your breakfast at supper time. So you're still eating with a 9-hour period, but it's just moved it all on a bit. So she
also told me that I've got to give up doner kebabs, which is a given, because first of all, they're about 5,000 calories each. And she said every kebab she's ever seen has been dripping with grease. She said if you're going to get a doner kebab, when you get it home, grill it. But she said you can have a shish kebab.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's good. Shish kebabs are basically
long as it's grilled.
Yeah, I was going to say whatever they've marinated in it, even if there's a little bit of oil, that'll drip off because of the way that they put it on the open grill. And then as long as you're not covering it in mayonnaise and burger sauce, which I like, burger sauce.
I like the meat. I like lamb shish. I just like the meat.
Yeah.
I don't even get salad with it. I just get meat in a.
Yeah, so as long as you're not covering it in the greasy sauces, it's going to be absolutely fine. And then obviously don't eat any obvious, if there's any bits of fat, don't eat the obvious fat. That's
and no more fried chicken.
No, I don't eat that anyway. So.
Oh, I do once a week when my mate comes round, and she strongly suggests no McDonald's. I don't do McDonald's. I prefer Burger King, but none of that.
Well, the sides are all deep fried, and the burger and bun itself is just air. I'd have to eat 3 McDonald's just to.
I said, but chicken's healthy. She said, yeah, not the way they cook it though. It's not. She said it's deep pressure fried in grease.
If you had KFC, you would have to take the outer layer off, which is where all the grease is,
and that's the nicest bit.
Exactly. So what's the fucking point? You may as well have just got the drumsticks or whatever and put it in your oven. So I
can have chicken kebabs as well.
Oh, I love chicken.
As long as it's done shish style.
Yep, I had a shish kebab last night. I do like a chicken shish with lettuce, tomatoes, cucumbers, and pickled red cabbage. So that's that's actually not so bad. So again, it's the sauce that you put on it.
Yeah, you're right, Matthew. Nobody goes, it's not the chicken; it's about the flavours.
Yeah.
But I've got to stop all that. So I'm going to miss doner kebabs, I must admit, but I can happily do it for. I can happily substitute that for shish. Last time when I had kebab on stream, when we did kebab cam, that was a shish kebab.
That was hilarious. We're going my kebab.
Oh yeah, that KFC chicken gravy is lovely. Got to be done.
Oh dear. That was the kebab cam was funny. That night was hilarious. Watching that as a viewer, watching that was just
predicting
so
that he'd go at the wrong house, and he did.
Yeah. Just you crying out, "Where are you going with my kebab? Come back!"
Oh no. Is your friend okay, Miss Mouse, or is he? Did he die? I can have Indian though. Funnily enough, I can have Indian because Indian is the least fatty of the takeaway foods.
I guess as long as you don't have it in the thick sauces and things. You're
So,
okay with like the gravy type sauces.
Indian and Chinese, you've got to be careful with. She says because they don't give you the fat proportions on the menus, but when it comes, look at it. Just look at the top of it.
Well, exactly, but also if you have the dry stuff, because you can get the dry veg, you can get the dry chicken tikka, lamb tikka, anything like that. You can get basmati rice, which rice in Chinese they fry it, whereas basmati rice in Indian they don't fry it. It's literally basmati rice, cooked in water with a bit of salt, and so it's all bits and pieces like that that you have to sort of work out what's good. Oh, I want an Indian now.
Oh, pizza! I can't have pizza. She said pizza is loaded with calories and loaded with fat.
Yeah. Well, it's fat on carbs. What it is. Grease on carbs. It's a layer of yellow grease on the top of a big thick wedge of carbohydrate.
I mean, what she's saying is that I can still have the occasional takeaway, but have a shish instead of a doner. Don't have. I used to have them once a week when my mate come round. She said, if you can do it once a month, that's better. What I want you to do is, she says, I want you to make little changes now, not straight away, not jumping in and doing massive lifestyle changes. So, I mean, I must admit, the last couple of mornings since I've been out of hospital, I've been alternating my breakfast with either shredded wheat or Weetabix. Generally, I'd have a bacon sarnie for breakfast, or a ham sarnie, or cheese on toast. I love cheese on toast for breakfast. I know that's really strange, but I love cheese on toast for breakfast. So I've not had any of that. I've been having Weetabix. I've been having shredded wheat because what I've got to do is I've got to firm my bowels up. So she's okay. My doctor's cancelled hospice. I didn't even use them very much. No more medical treatment available for me, and no more surgeries. I'm a bit bummed, yet tired of suffering. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. Are you? When you say no more medical treatment, are you not having palliative care? Out of curiosity, I think that's what they call it in the States. I know they call it palliative care here. I'm lucky I haven't reached the end of that road yet. There's still. Oh, that's hospice, right? Okay. No, they let you have palliative. My mother had palliative care at home. It's just basically managing her pain. And yes, we are here if you need us.
Indeed.
What exactly is it you? I know you've told me. What exactly is it you've got wrong with you? Don't mind me. But like Mickey says, we are here if you need us. Oh yeah, you would be a little bummed. I think everybody's going to be a little bummed. I think everybody would. I've got a friend last week that went to his doctors about a sore arm, and they discovered that he's got lung cancer. And he went for his scans and everything on Wednesday, and the cancer spread to his brain and his spine and everywhere. And right now he's undergoing, in less than a week, he's gone from a week from thinking he was quite healthy with just a bit of a sore arm, a sore tendon. He's having massive doses of radiotherapy tomorrow and Sunday, and then hopefully he's going on to chemo Monday to try and sort this out. If you look on my Facebook status and look at my friend Jim Martin, Tracey, you'll see him. He's in less than a week. He's gone from being healthy to being ravaged with cancer. That's sort of his own fault because he's known about this pain for months. And he never got to see a doctor about it. You don't associate a pain in your arm with lung cancer, do you?
Oh no, you don't. But I mean, if you've got a continuous pain, you do need to go to the doctor about it. It's like I saw. I can't remember if we discussed it, but there was a couple of months ago. There was a guy who had he ended up in hospital with the necrotizing skin thing because he had a spider bite. And you see the pictures of it, and there was this huge, on the back of his calf, a huge what looked like a blister, absolutely huge. But he'd left it months. He had a very small blister that just didn't go away and just got bigger, and he left it months and ended up with this necrotizing thing. He nearly lost his leg because he'd been bitten by a spider. Now, if that was me, after 2, 3, 4 weeks of having a little blister that was getting bigger, I'd be at the doctor's. I wouldn't have left it until it was the size of my shin. I wouldn't have left it until it was the size of my calf. But honestly, it was like a blister, you know, like a friction blister on the back of his calf, but huge, literally huge, like a bowling ball. So, while I feel bad, you know, my mixed feelings are that's terrible. But then, of course, you don't think that this little pain in your arm is going to be cancer, do you?
No, so.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Mass. What is actually wrong with you? A side effect from med is vascular issues.
I do remember Miss Mouse saying that she sorry if I'm speaking out of turn, Miss Mouse, but that she'd battled cancer in the past, various cancers in the past.
Yeah, I think I recall her saying that.
Is currently battling a cancer, or at least one now. So
Crohn's. Oh, right, Crohn's. Yeah.
I remember Crohn's. Match. I've got a friend who is allergic to spider bites, and he has to take Piriton and antibiotics when he gets bitten, but he's always getting bitten by them. But he doesn't get to that point. It doesn't come up with like this. It comes up like, you know, when you get bitten by any kind of insect and it's itchy and it comes up as like a red welt and a lump and a blister, and that's what he gets. So lots of people get bitten by spiders and they don't realise. So. Oh, then rheumatoid arthritis, then cancer, blah blah blah. Yeah.
Somebody, many years ago, Mashy, somebody said something to me. They said, "Old age never comes alone," and I never understood what it was they were talking about until I started to get old, and then it all comes, doesn't it? You get all the aches and pains. I mean, I've got RA as well, which is a real issue with my fingers, which is another reason that I do the modelling, because it keeps my fingers flexible and moving. And I've probably been bitten by spiders dozens of times because spiders are they've never worried me. In fact, I was in the dining room today. I was on the carpet, cross-legged on the carpet, having a look at our vacuum cleaner, which has decided to pack up. And this spider come ran across my leg and disappeared into the corner. And they just really don't bother me, spiders. I've probably been bitten by them loads of times, not even realised. I don't know how people are getting bitten by spiders. I do remember being bitten when I pulled. There was quite a growth of ivy on the side of my house. It's actually my next door neighbour's vine, but it grown over to my side of the house, and we agreed with the next door neighbours to get rid of it. And I actually pulled the ivy off of the wall, and I kept finding spiders' nests in there and bursting them and getting all these spiders running over me. And then I think Mummy and Daddy spider having a go at me, and they bit me on my hands loads of times. I ended up with loads of spider bites from that one, but I didn't react to them, and they don't bother me in at all. And my daughter hates spiders, and it was always me that would get the spider out of the house. If you see a spider in the bath, I'd go up and pick it up and just put it out the window or put it out the door. She could never understand how come I could actually pick a spider up, but they really don't bother me in any way.
Well, the guy, my friend who is allergic to the spider bites, not anaphylactic shock or anything like that, but just like I said, comes up in these sort of infected welts. He walks his dog in the park, and they bite him there.
Mickey, can you see me using the? Did you see me using the bending bar just then to get into an awkward place? I'm just if you watch, I'll use it again in a minute to get to a tab that I can't get to with anything else. I just thought I'd mention that. Sorry, carry on, Tracey.
No, that's all right. And also he loved doing gardening, and he didn't have a massive garden. He was just doing his gardening like growing tomatoes and seeing to his roses and stuff like that. But because of between the walking the dog and doing the gardening, he was just always getting bitten by spiders, and it just takes a tiny spider to land, to crawl on you or land on you, because they float through the air and things, and sink their teeth into you. Because this is the thing: if they perceive you as a threat, either through smell, taste, or whatever, or they think you're trying to attack it, they attack you. So, Miss Mouse, don't you worry about that at all. You just carry on.
Yes, you get as wrecked as you want on the stream. That make a nice change for me to make a nice change, because me does normally get wrecked on the stream, but I have to give up alcohol for everything else. I have to give up alcohol now, so I've been told I have to do that. So please drink shots and get wrecked and talk your life away. We're here for you, quite happily. Well, I say we're here for you. I'm starting to get tired now. So part of the after effects of surgery,
but painkiller because my pains come back. I think I'm about due for another antibiotic. If anybody wonders what I'm in pain with, mine is nowhere near as serious as Steve's and Miss Mouse's. I've got a gum infection, and it's being treated with antibiotics, but it's making all my sinuses hurt. And pain relief is doing the job, but in the last sort of hour or so, it's starting to come back, and I'm going. I've just taken pain relief, so hopefully that will stop it. But
Match, just see what Match says there. Match, I don't kill any living creature. I can't kill any living creature. I hate. Well, there is an exception. I'll come to that in a minute. But I don't like killing any. It's not religious or anything else. I just don't like killing any living creature. Except wasps. Wasps, them fuckers deserve to die at every available opportunity.
Oh, I agree. Even though wasps wasps are pest control, but I don't care. They're a massive pest to me. So there
you go, Mickey. Here's me using the former to bend. Look, I'm actually bending it using the former.
Miss Mouse says, I gave it up. Today I'm told I can drink and smoke. I have to go back to oral surgery. Wow, that's just... Well,
if the doctors are telling you that you can drink and smoke, it means you're terminal.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't blame you for drinking shots, I would. Because I think I don't smoke, but I think if they told me that I was terminal, that's the first thing I'd do, start smoking again. But what's going to happen? It's not going to kill me, is it?
My dad said exactly that. My dad said if I was told that I was terminal, I would just. He did like a drink, but he did give up smoking in the last few years of his life. But he did say that if they said, no, that's it, he'd say, right, go and buy me a packet of cigarettes then.
I don't like moths, but I don't particularly kill them. I don't like. Just don't like taking life. I just think that every creature has a right to life.
Sorry, Miss Mouse says I will not give in or up. Excellent, good. You just keep fighting it. All the while you've got fight in your body, keep fighting.
I'm an ex-smoker. Tracey's an ex-smoker. I for 40 years I smoked nearly 50 a day. I was a very heavy smoker. I'm an ex-smoker. But I'm not one of these reformed ex-smokers that is now on a mission to tell everybody else that they got to smoke. No, if you enjoy it and you don't want to give it up, don't. I really enjoyed my cigarettes. I really enjoyed them. I'm glad I've given them up, but I really enjoyed them. If I hadn't had to give it up, I would still be smoking now and still enjoying them. But yeah, it's I had to give it up because of my lung condition. My consultant was quite clear that he said a single puff of a cigarette could kill you. So I thought, okay, now's the time I best give up smoking. So I did. But yeah, if you've been diagnosed as terminal, go for it. Knock yourself out.
I stopped cigarettes, but I started again today.
Yeah, that's normally if they tell you there's no medical treatment available. So, but we'll be here for you to chat to you, and I agree, Match, that it is pointless. That's what wasps do, right? Wasps try and intimidate you as well. But you're a lot bigger than they are, and I've never understood that. Why aren't they scared of me? That's what does it. My voice is starting to go, Tracey.
Yeah, no, should we finish soon? Because I want that painkiller to kick in. I I mean, in the grand scheme of things, I feel like such a wuss. But I just really, I've been in so much pain for the last like 3 or 4 weeks, and it's driving me mad. And I just want it all to stop so that I can go, right, I feel normal again. Thank you,
You
Mickey.
just had a facial, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. He's splattering his blue batter all over me again.
Right, yes, okay, on that note, people, I'm sorry, people, but on that note, I'm going to end the stream because my voice has started to go, so, and I'm still recovering from surgery.
Steve and Mickey are back tomorrow night. I'm not. I normally do Saturdays, but I'm not here tomorrow night. So it's Steve and Mickey tomorrow night, as usual, normal time. I think if Steve's all right and Mickey's all right.
Yeah, come back, Miss Master. Yes, I'll give you some hope tomorrow night. I mean, that's all I've got left is hope. I'll take it. Do you know, when the consultant said to me, I'm going to put your chemo back by a week to next Friday, how are you feeling? I said, I'm looking forward to it. And she said, not many people say they're looking forward to chemo. And I said, well, what you got to understand is I'm looking forward to getting better, and chemotherapy is part of getting better, which is why I'm looking forward to it, because it's another step on the way. And once I've got that step on the way, I'm that much closer to being better. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, that does make sense. The quicker you can get the chemo done, the quicker you can get better and get it over with.
Yeah, get it over with. So that's why I'm looking forward to it, because it's another one that I've knocked on the head and out the way, and that'll be cycle 2. That means that I've got 4 more cycles after that. So get that out of the way, and hopefully we do that. Right. On that note, I'm going to say goodbye. So goodbye to you all. Miss Mash, I'm here tomorrow night. More than happy to chat.
Yep. See you soon.
Let's just see if my goodbye screen will work. So bye bye.